Okay, so we are live, which is fantastic because it tells me that's, you know what is funny is that StreamYard, I use StreamYard because of you suggested it, and I've actually turned some people onto it.
I love it.
Yeah, because it was during your event that you used it, and I was like, this is so much better than anything else that I've used before. Let me hop on here. We'll see if people are hopping on. I know 1 p.m. Well, it's 1 p.m. my time.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see on here, and then I'm just going to share it.
Yeah, I'll share it to mine too. Where are you putting it on your wall?
It is on Hot Mess. I'm going to share it from there to my wall too.
Okay, so I will as well.
Let's see if it is showing up. I'm not seeing it show up.
I see it here in your Hot Mess, but
good.
But I mean, I don't know how to share it. Here we go. Actually, here we go. Share.
Oh, there you go. Well, at least it is on there.
Yeah, I'm going to send to.
There we go. There we go.
I'm going to do a watch party.
Oh, there we are. Awesome. It is. So now I can share. Are you guys, forgive us, whoever's on, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
It's not, yeah, it's all right. Like it's the afternoon, but we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this stuff in a minute. I'll say, come say hi.
I'll put it on my business page as well. Let's see. All right.
There we go. I think we're good.
Okay.
We got this. Cool. All right, friends. So welcome. I am here today with Miss Joy Packard, and I am so excited to have a few minutes to chat with her because we, myself and Laura, just dropped a podcast interview with her that was this past Tuesday, and it is hotmesstosuccess.com/joy. You guys can go straight there, catch her episode, listen to that, and then also show notes, everything you need to know is there. So, well, welcome today, Joy. Thank you for hopping on with me.
Sure. I'm always happy to see you and whatever you're doing, I'm there. So.
Yeah. So, and it's funny, I actually caught her at a time when she is actually at home because she is probably one of the only people that I know and connect with that travels more than me and is all over the place all the time, right?
I know. See that picture back there? No, over here. Yeah, beach. Beautiful. That's where that's where I love to live. So,
Yeah. And you've totally earned that. So a little bit of a short background. So Joy and I connected just a year and a half ago, I think now. Yeah. It was at an e-commerce event, and it was awesome. I just was so drawn to her. I mean, I think everybody is just drawn to your amazing, warm, kind energy, but just total Spitfire boss babe. Like, it's just hard to have that combination. You have it all rolled up into one. I think that probably comes from being very, very driven and raising 8 children probably as part of that, I think, huh?
That's huge. That's a big part of my life and why I am the way I am, I think. Yeah.
So truly, you guys, the secret, I'm giving you the secret of how to be an e-com boss babe is have 8 children. Is that it?
That's it.
To do. No more than one.
Oh man,
8 kiddos. But no, you know what I've loved to seeing a lot of her children have, they're grown up, they're doing amazing things. She just dotes about her family a ton, which I love just seeing that. Because truly, I just felt that connection with you because the reason why John and I continued, I would say not why we started in e-commerce, because we kind of it just happened really. But the reason we continued to push through and learn and grow through it was because we wanted to design our life and live by our priorities. And when I chatted with you, that being mostly our time together, our time, with our daughter Kenzie. And when I talked with you, it was like that was totally aligned it with you as well.
Absolutely. I was just on a call right before this with somebody, and we specifically talked about that. We talked about our why. And, making money is great. It's, money makes things move. You can travel, you can do things with your family, you can buy whatever you want, go out to eat and everything. But when it all boils down to it, that's what I always have, that's what pulls at my heart is like, I want to be able to spend time with my family, and like you say, I mean, if you are not friends with me and you come to my Facebook wall, that's what you'll see is because, business is, something that I really enjoy, but this is why I do what I do is because of my family. So
that's amazing. And so just a couple of things. I'm not going to dig in too much. You guys do need to go check out the episode. She gets into more details on, her backstory, some of the challenges that she had, and some of the things that were very instrumental in helping her to continue to grow. Especially she's done many of different businesses, many of different work from home positions, but with e-commerce, there's a few things that were really instrumental in her being able to grow her business, grow it fast, and then also have that time, which is not easy. You think about starting a business and it's not easy to think like, okay, well, you think that like all your time has to go over there. And so I loved, what we had the opportunity to talk about during the episode there. And so everybody has to go again, check that out, hotmesstosuccess.com/joy to get those secrets on that. But real quick, what I do want to talk a little bit about, because I believe we only touched on it slightly during the episode, so I want to do a little bit more of an additional extension here, is that you are not just in e-commerce. And actually, real quick, you guys, the way that we even connected more was Joy hosts an awesome e-commerce event called Simples on Seller. And I was very honored to be able to be one of the speakers this last event, and just the people that even attended, the speakers, everybody were just absolutely amazing. So not only is she doing her own e-commerce business and she's meeting other people and, growing that, being a mom of 8, you also have grandbabies too, really, really focusing on that. I mean, how could she ever do it? And again, I'm not going to let her answer that because you have to go listen to the episode. But what I will say is that there is something else, because she's so good at being able to, be in control of her time and prioritize appropriately, that now you're working on an incredible passion project. And I would love for you to share what that is.
Yeah, thanks for that. And first of all, like with Simples on Seller, some of the amazing speakers included Amanda. So I was so blessed to have her, at our conference. And so thank you for coming to that and adding value, because, as she was saying, the kind of people and the caliber that brought, but as you can see, included Amanda. So yeah, I love e-commerce. All you guys know that. And I'll always probably be doing e-commerce. But I have my e-commerce business. I'm working on getting that on autopilot. And why is because I'm in a stage of my life, I hit 50, and then I had my youngest daughter graduate, the number 7 of 8 kids. So now we only have 1 at home. And so I started doing some soul searching, and I thought to myself, I love to help people, and I've done that in e-commerce. I still do, but I felt like I needed to do more. And so one of the things that came to mind was helping people, because that one time I went to an event one time and we had to do this exercise on what are some of the things that you love to do? What are some of the things that you want to do in this world? And I know it sounds like a bold statement to say that we all have something, and we all have a talent inside of us and a message that needs to get to the world somehow, and to change the world in some way for the good. And so what came of that was I started, of course, like we talked about earlier, I love to travel, and I thought, okay, I love going to the blue beaches of the world. I love, learning other cultures, and how can I couple that with my passion? And so, but over the last year or two or so, it all came down to retreats. I actually attended a retreat about 4 or 5 years ago in the Dominican Republic, and it changed my life. And it was a 4 or 5 day event, and it was all women, and there was about 15 of us and 4 or 5 facilitators. And I thought, this changed my life, and I said, I could do this. And I thought, and I can be on a beach and I can do this. So basically, over the last several years, I've learned so many things, like not just, because we talk about business, and business is great, but again, I had a conversation about this just the other day with somebody, and that is what helps us in our business is also we have to have, our health in order, right? We have to have our mindset in order. We have to feed ourselves, daily, in all of these areas and more. And so I thought to myself, how can I help people to learn the things that I've learned over the years, drinking green juice, doing all of these different things and just put it all in one place. And so it came out to be, I'm going to hold my first retreat and the dates are set. Yeah, I'm so super excited about it. We were going to try and do it in October, but this past year, we just had so many family different events, including my mother's passing and just so many things. And I had to put again, what I teach and we preach, and that is family first. And if I couldn't do it in October, thanks.
Yeah.
Do it in October. I said, I'm not going to do it during the holiday time, November, December. And so then I chose April of next year, April 1st to the 5th. And we're actually securing the location right now. It's, I'm leaning toward Costa Rica, but if it doesn't have everything that I want, because this is not just about business, even though we're going to have a segment in there of doing, maybe a 60 to 90 day plan or a 90-day plan of whatever it is. It doesn't have to be e-commerce. It's basically, taking what your passion is and going somewhere where you can actually get away from the chatter and get away from the distractions. Because that's kind of what helps me. And so everything that I've learned from biohacks, from things that you do before you go to sleep, things that you can do in the morning, how to feed your mind, all these things, we're putting it all together in a 5-day, 4-night retreat. I'm so excited about it. And retreatswithjoy.com. It's a skeletal site right now with just a summary. It can change at any moment and will be this glorious. Basically, we'll put the location on there where you'll see the pictures, you'll see where you'll be. And why I'm keeping this super intimate and small is, as you know, Amanda, we go to these events where, even Simple as on Seller, we kind of have 100 to 120 people. And I find that that's almost getting too big. And, having that intimate setting to where, you can only picture yourself on a beach, starting with meditation, maybe yoga, whatever. If you don't like yoga, you go off and do your own thing, but just journaling and just after I got done with that retreat that changed my life, I'm like, I have to do something like this. It was just like this drive in me, this passion. And I'm like, other people need this. Yeah. And, I do a lot of, as you guys know, who know me, I do a lot of personal development videos. I've done some, actually, I've not really opened myself up to personal coaching yet, just because of my life, but that's the direction I'm going. And I'm actually, one thing that's super exciting about what we're going to do is I'm coupling our retreats with possibly if you come, maybe it depends on how long the project is going to be, but we're coupling it with a humanitarian project. And it could be helping, depending where it is, in the world. I know Amanda's husband, John, went with Tim Jordan to Guatemala last October. And and John probably remembers this. You guys can talk to her husband about that. But basically, seeing homeless people on the street. And I know people can say, I know there are homeless people that are out there that probably deserve it because that's the path that they're choosing. But there's also people who are out there. And I just got back from New York and had experiences with my daughter that are there because whatever reason. A lot of homeless people are mothers and children, So yeah. I don't know what the humanitarian project is, but I have someone working with me right now and it's probably going to be in Costa Rica unless something changes where I'm just like, that doesn't feel right or whatever. But wherever it's going to be, after my son graduates in 2 years, my husband and I are going to be digital nomads. And so what we're going to do is this is going to happen not just once or twice a year. It's going to happen wherever I am. And so if I'm in Guatemala for a month, I'm going to say, I'm here. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 people, we're going to have this mini retreat. And so I just think that it just, when I when I first started doing Amazon, I was so passionate about it. And I was like, okay, this is me. And I'm still passionate about it, but I knew that there was more. And so this is a way for me to share who I am, what's in my heart, and couple it with actually helping people. Because when you have your heart full of gratitude, wanting to, fulfill your why, wanting to help other people, and coupling it with humanitarianism, that combination right there is, you know, you'll come home feeling amazing.
I was going to say that piece of the puzzle is just beautiful and life-changing in itself. And then, like you said, coupling that with your retreat, because when you're away from all the distractions and all the noise, you can really like seek, you know, deep into your soul. And, you know, all of that stuff, just like it gives you time, because you have to calm the noise in order to be able to listen to what's in there, you know. And unfortunately, like there's constant, you know, distractions, whether you have kids or you have whatever, or even distractions that you're putting on yourself, whether it's, hey, I have to do this for your business, especially if you are an entrepreneur, and you do, you know, work for yourself. There's 24/7, there's something that you could be doing. So unless you choose to turn it off, and actually what's funny, I know a lot of you know, awesome entrepreneurs practice this, because there's actually one of my friends recently, she just decided to up and leave. She has 3 little kids, and she just decided to up and leave for the night. She drove, I don't know why she drove 150 miles. She should have been able to find a hotel closer to that, but whatever, it's 150 miles. And she drove for the night because she did her own solo. She got a hotel room, and just to be alone and dig into her work and game plan and look what she wants to do for the rest of the year, and look for, you know, the next year after that, because that's so important. So this way, you actually get to travel to a beautiful place. You get to get guided on all of these little things, which are going to make it's basically being very efficient with that time as well. Because, you know, the highest things that impacted you through that, you're going to be able to help them go through that. And so, I mean, I'm just thinking of time wise, I think it's perfect that these ladies need to request this as their Christmas present. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's true. What a great idea. And like I say, you know, I think we had mentioned this at my event actually, and I hesitated about mentioning it at first, because I'm like, it's not e-com, but you know what? It is in some ways. And the fact that, like what we just said, is like, for you to function and for you to, you know, get your goals and everything in place, this is what helps me. Like, if I'm not able to like go and travel or whatever, like my husband's so good about like, oh honey, you know, do what you need to do or whatever. I take time every single day to be alone. I think that's part of being a mom of 8 too. Like, you treasure like any minute. Like when I was a younger mom, like if my husband would say, oh, well, let me go bring the kids to, you know, the park and give you some mom time for an hour. I'm like, oh, you know, like that hour is like completely like segmented out, because, you know, but now, you know, it's like, it's easier with them being older and stuff. But I'm just saying, like, I think it's super important. I guess the word I'm looking for is to recharge. Yeah. And, you know, I find myself doing that quarterly, whether it's, you know, going to Mexico with my husband or my family or whatever, by myself, to a spa retreat or whatever it is. I think that as women specifically, that we have to, you know, whether, even if we're not a mom or a wife or whatever, if even just as a woman, you know, I think that once it's almost, I think of it like a battery, you know, like you start with a full battery, and then you're going. And if you don't change that battery or recharge it, if it's a rechargeable battery, you just can't function, you know, and you have to get that in. It's like, I like, don't even make it an option anymore. It's like a commandment. It's like Joy's commandment. I have to get time for myself. Like, good. It just changed my life. And I think it's just something that all women, you know, are gonna want. I know some men are like, well, can I come too? And I haven't really, you know, decided about that, because, you know, this was kind of like geared toward women at first, but who knows, you know, down the road, I don't know. I think they didn't know why. I'm so mad. I'm like, I mean, it's a different vibe. I have sorry, men. You know, exactly. I have great guy friends. I appreciate what they bring. I love going to events with them, but just not all the events. Like, we can have our own thing. Yeah. So I think retreats with Joy, that can be part of the women thing. So good idea. Yeah. Good so anyway, all right, guys. So definitely check that out. Follow Joy as well on her page. Go hit the follow button, because she puts out incredible content on the regular, actually, which is awesome. I know you have a podcast too. Where can they find your podcast? And how to? Yes, it's called Joy Reveals. It's on iTunes, or if you're on the Android phone, it's on the Stitcher app. And I'm actually, thanks for asking about that, because I'm actually wanting to do kind of like what I've been doing, like with my videos, and just do almost like daily or every other day snippets, and a little bit different vibe of it all. But like, I will bring people on for interviews, and those will be longer. But a lot of people have told me that, at least for my niche, like they say, I only have so much time in the morning, 10 minutes, da, da, da. I want to just put you on and just say what you're going to say.
I love that. I think we
So,
should totally do that. And yeah, a short daily one would be incredible. Just so people can get a little bit of that wisdom in that alone time. They need to be able to listen to that in their alone time so they can think on it, they can process it, and then it'll set them up beautifully for their day. So I love that. I think that's what you need to do. Yay. Awesome idea. So, all right, guys. So we're going to leave you with a couple things. Number one, go to Retreats with Joy to check out the information on that. Message her if you have any questions on that. She will totally respond to you. And give you whatever details, keep you up to date. Obviously, get on her list so you can be up to date with when she does make all of the final decisions on the retreat. And then also listen to her episode that we had her on, because there's some awesome stuff there. It's hotmesstosuccess.com/joy. We made it so easy for you guys. So
awesome.
Well, thank you so much for hopping on, Joy. I love when our schedule actually can align. So I appreciate you being flexible as well. And so, all right, guys, well, you have a wonderful Thursday, and I'm sure you'll be hearing from both of us very soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate it. Bye, everybody.